Welcome to the True North Country Comics Podcast, dedicated to celebrate Canadian comic book and graphic novel creators and supporters. I'm John Swinimer. On this episode, I look back at the 2026 Montreal Comic Arts Festival. From May 15th to 17th, more than 340 creators and 190 exhibitors gathered to celebrate comics in Montreal, Quebec. Under a blazing sun, a crowd of 120,000 people filled Saint Denis Street over the 3 days, setting a new record. The theme for this year's 15th edition of MCAF, or Montreal Comic Arts Festival, was Live, designed to bring light to comic book representations of flora and fauna, memorable characters, and breathtaking worlds, as well as more challenging topics such as the environment, politics, and other issues. Julie Rochelot, who was a guest of honor at this year's MCAF, created the event's poster. So, without further ado, here's a look back at just some of the 340 creators who exhibited at the 2026 Montreal Comic Arts Festival.
Hey kids and kiddos, I'm Nick Friesen and I'm the publisher of In-Service Comics. I'm here in Montreal. We have our spring releases with In-Service. I'm holding one right here. This is Dancing with the Shade by Rotem Diamant out of Victoria, BC. This is about growing up queer in Winnipeg and Jewish folklore. It's sad, it's funny, it's sweet, it asks questions. It's 260 pages, beautifully hand-drawn. And we've got so many books by so many creators here. It's overwhelming, but it's a good kind of overwhelming. InServiceComics.com and at InServiceComics on Instagram.
Hi, my name is Shannon Long. I am a comic artist, illustrator, and freelance game artist in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I'm here at MCAF to promote some comics I've been working on, and my first time at the event. The first comic I have here is called Long Time, First Time. When I turned 35 years old, I found that a little bit challenging, so I decided to kind of write down every instance and every new experience I had and record it as a way to feel youthful, that no matter how old you are, you're still doing new things. So it's a lot of like babies first style comics and just something to stay youthful, keep things going. My second comic I have here is chapter 1, call it Gig Workers Guide to the Galaxy. It's a silly sci-fi buddy story about two characters doing their best to survive as gig workers in the galaxy. It is a prompt style comic where I chose a prompt list online, and each panel is a one of the prompts, and I tried to create a cohesive story while keeping it interesting and fun. I have an Etsy, that is my current goings on. If you find me on Instagram at shannon.long.art, there's a link to my Etsy on there, and I will ship things out anywhere in the world.
Hello, people of Earth. My name is Nadim. I'm in Montreal right now. It's a beautiful day, and I'm with my friend Keenan right there. And I have this to present to the world. It's called The Upside Down Magician. See it well? It's written by an amazing guy based in the US called Robert Guffey. So I would strongly suggest people that are listening to Google his name. And you can view some of my illustrations on www.wrongspell.com. I don't have social media, so thanks a lot. Have a nice day.
Yes, hi, I'm Keenan Pollenchak. I'm at the Montreal Comic Arts Festival 2026. I'm at two new comics, The Bookbinder's Slaughter and The Fjord Shark. Check it out. My website, www.procan.org, pro-can.org. Also, I got the bookbinding website, Le Reliard des Faubourgs, the bookbinder of the Faubourg. That's a bit harder, but yeah.
Hello, I'm Andrew Kay. I'm the author of Chicken Man and the Attack of the Vegetable People here in Montreal, selling the book, as well as promoting my upcoming Chicken Man in the Rise of the Bunions, which will be on Kickstarter later this August. So you can find me online on Instagram under funpix_comics. That's FUNPIX_comics, or on Blue Sky as just Funpix.
Yes, so my name is SP Marian. I am a scripter, so I'm working with the publisher company called ADA. They are based in Quebec, so south shore of Montreal. And they have a very popular series called The Forbidden Tales. So in that series right now, there's over 45 novels. And what I'm doing right now is I'm converting those novels into comics. So this is one of them, Peter Pan. So it's all based on
fairy tales, the fairy tales that we know, but they are converting them into our stories that are happening in the province of Quebec in the present moment. And so my job is, like I was mentioning, taking the novel, scripting it in a comic, and then I hire the artists, all Canadian artists that are doing the drawings of those books. And since I'm doing a bunch of them in parallel, so I have different artists working on those. So they can go on the website of ADA, which is called boutiqueada.ca. So it's boutiqueada.ca.
Hi, my name is Platinum Mayo. I am the artist and writer of Miss Peppermint's Tea Time Adventures. If you're looking for a story about a domestic terrorist fighting corporate capitalism, then you've come to the right place. At this event for the Montreal Comic Festival, I have posters, I have some original art pieces here, I have stickers, and honestly, it's just a vibe here right now. Weather's a little bit turbulent, but it's really coming out pretty well. Online, I am on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. You can find me by the name Platinum Mayo.
We are Jesse Williams
and Jeremy Toppings, and together we made a comic book called Fire. Just finished it this year with our 4 volumes.
It's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi fantasy of our hero venturing out into the wasteland to find a cure for the disease that caused the apocalypse.
And so we just finished it this year after 8 years of work. We finished it with 4 volumes. And then since then, we've also been working on individual works. This is Jesse's work, The Greener Pastures, a little comic about a shepherd finding his lost sheep. And then here I have The Tower, which is mine. It's a fantasy medieval mystery about a tower and traveling to it.
Yeah, so we both have Instagrams. I am on Instagram as JThaneW.
And I'm on Instagram as Extra Toppings Art, Jeremy Toppings.
And our books, generally speaking, we do circuits in sort of Ottawa Comic Con, Ottawa locations, and we are trying to spread out to Toronto and Montreal as well.
Hi, my name is Jérôme Gagnon. I'm a comic book letterer. I've been doing lettering for close to 10 years now. I work mainly with different writers in the U.S. And different artists all over. We do different books through Kickstarter, and that allows us to hire different artists and print some cool books to show at conventions and festivals. We have this mini series called Granite State Punk. This is a compilation of the first 5 issues in the series. We did this series over the past few years, and with these 5 issues now completed, we decided to do this small digest format of the book. And we also have a preview issue of Summit Comics. This is a new superhero shared universe that we launched with over 20 creators through Kickstarter. We launched the first campaign in January this year. And so far, we're up to 5 campaigns on Kickstarter now. So we're up to a good start. They can find me on Instagram at Jérôme Letters Comics. That's probably the easiest way to reach me.
My name is Mark Michaud. I am one half of Home Comics that I do with my brother, who is currently absent. And homecomics.ca is my store where all of my comics, prints, and more are available.
Hi, my name is Aaron Navrati. I'm a comic book writer and artist. My most recent project is the Cold Fire comic, which was finished just this past November. My main website with all the links is aaronnavrati.com, my full name. And I guess the project page would be thecoldfire.com. Well, I've got the last chapter finished, edited, proofed. So that's sort of been the big comic I've had this year, this spring. I am doing some smaller projects right now. I'm working with Rick Overwater on a book illustration, which I'm behind on, but I'm getting there. We're getting there. And I am starting to think about the next project, which will likely be a little break from the medieval historical stuff into maybe some science fiction.
Hi, my name is Etienne de Repentigny. I'm a comic book writer and artist from Montreal. I got a beautiful series called Dead Kingdom. You can purchase it. You can get volume 1 and volume 2. It's about medieval zombies and sorcery, so I think for the whole family. We decided to print in advance a special edition of the volume 3, issue 1, that will only came out next spring, but we decided to tease. And if you buy it, you'll get a free sketch with it. You can find it on you can find volume 1 on stores at the Red 5 Comics website. And you can follow me on Etienne_1979 on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Steph Dumais. I'm a comic book artist and publisher. I run Bloody Gore Comics, which is a house that specializes in underground horror comics. This initially started as to self-publish my own books, but it grew, and I publish people from all around the world. I started with some anthologies, so these have a bunch of different artists, all horror. My own series includes Slaughtered Kingdom, which is a homage to 80s slasher movies and monsters. And this is the project I'm mainly working on these days, is a cyberpunk book. So it's more of a traditional in the sense of a hero fighting injustice and everything. BloodyGoreComics.com, comics with an X. And everything that I have here is available online, plus more t-shirts, more books. I even have games.
My name is Britt Saunders, and this is Kitten Coast. So I've got a bunch of comics here. The newest one is called Meet Kit, and all the comics are about my 3 characters and their kind of weird adventures that they go on together. So the frog is named Frog, this little guy's named Kit, and this guy's Wilbur. For sure. So you can follow me on Instagram at Kitten Coast or head to kittencoast.com.
Hi, I'm Danny, aka Danny Darkley. I'm a local artist, a storyboard artist by trade, and comic book artist on the side. I'm showcasing my first comic I did. It's a Red Riding Hood retelling called Red and Wolf. I have here volume 1 and volume 2. And, some zines all related to this story. Oh, well, they could find me at dannydarkley.com.
Hi, my name is Cecil Castellucci, and I write comics. Well, I've got a lot of my, sort of old books, my backlist here. So, Girl on Film, Shifting Earth, Plain Janes, Odd Duck, Soupy Leaves Home, Shade the Changing Girl, which this is my last copy, and it's out of print. So come on down and get it. But I also have chapter 22 of I Am the Comic Book, which is my project where I am doing an Exquisite Corpse anthology project with 24 different artists. And I do give them a prompt. They do a three-panel comic. This one is by Sanya Anwar, who is tabling the same booth as me today. And then I make it into a high-quality tattoo, and I print it on my arm, and then I document it as it deteriorates on Instagram. I Am the Comic Book. And this is chapter 22, art by Jenny Soap. Jenny is a Sweden-based Scottish artist who is fantastic. So I am the comic book. You can find me on Instagram at Cecil Seaskull, which is my old punk name, or I Am the Comic Book, or on Blue Sky at Miss Cecil, and CecilCastellucci.com, which is my website.
Salut, hi, this is Steve Bino here from Comics Asylum Publishing, and I'm at MCAF here in lovely Montreal on Rue Saint-Denis, and we are selling copies of Atrium. It's our graphic novel. We have the version français. Oh, actually, this is the special edition that we did through Kickstarter, and this is the French version that we actually had translated by the wonderful Marc Roy and lettered by the superb Jerome Gagnon. And so we're here meeting all the people in Montreal, having a great time, enjoying the lovely weather, and just in the world of comics, can't have anything better than this. So you can find us at comicsasylum.com. We're also on YouTube, where we do a weekly streaming show. And you can also get us on Instagram and Blue Sky.
Hello, my name is Marc Roy. I'm a self-published creator from Montreal, Quebec. And my main series is the Trump miniseries. It's a four-part war comedy on the invasion of Quebec and Canada by a fictitious and fascist Donald Trump. So his name is Donadi Trump. And his main objective in my four-part story is to track down and kill a satellite version of Justin Trudeau. So his name is Justin Trudeau, who escapes at the beginning of the story in a independent Quebec territory in the Republic of Quebec. So the main premises is Druto wanting to resist the invasion and Trump trying to whack down his nemesis. So that's the main story. This is the complete edition in French. You have the Trump omnibus, but I also do some kits of my Trump miniseries. So the original form was in English. So I have Trump 1 through 4. And so I sell them individually or in kits. And you can find me on my Instagram page at cartoonist_cac or with my real name, Marc, M-A-R-C, Roy, R-O-Y, like Patrick Roy. And there you go. So thank you. I'm from Earth 80 Comics, and you're here at the MECA Festival 2026.
Hi, my name is Karima Lacroix. I'm the author of Les Pieds d'Isadora, or in English, Isadora's Feet. And today I'm at the Montreal Comic Arts Festival featuring my award-winning first graphic novel, Les Pieds d'Isadora. So I'm really glad to be here. And if you want to follow my work, you can follow me at Karima Lacroix on Instagram. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Irma Knibla. I've got a bunch of books, but the thing that I've got ongoing right now is the Crosswind Cafe, which is running as a newsletter webcomic. And it's a slice of life, very whimsical comic about a woman who inherits a cafe after her mom passes away. You can find me at irmaillustration.com, or the Crosswind Cafe is at thecrosswindcafe.com. And you can read or subscribe there.
I'm Matthew Daly. I'm an illustrator, sometime comic artist from Toronto, in Montreal for the weekend. I just put out a French edition of my comic Soft Servant Nosferatu, which I put out last year, so this is like fresh for the festival, the version français, or edition français.
And what do you think about this nomination for the Doug Wright Award?
It's a nice honor, yeah. Daunting, but at the same time, it's nice that the work, especially as a self-publisher, largely when it gets some recognition, it's always nice. Gets you out of not existing in a void, I guess. Online, my main website, shinypliers.com, or on Instagram at shinypliers.
Hi everybody, my name is Joy San. I'm a comic illustrator from Brampton, Ontario. And this is my new book, I Don't Know What's Going On. It's a collection of short 6-panel comics that is comedy and horror. So yeah, this is my newest book. You can find me on my Instagram, Snarky Tuna. I am also on YouTube. I do weekly vlogs about being an artist, and that's pretty much it.
Hi, my name is Winter Wei, and I'm a Toronto-based cartoonist and illustrator. I'm debuting one of the first issue of a longer form story called Magic Cup. It's a Cinderella story where Cinderella doesn't really appear, and it's sort of a backstory of how everything has happened, more like a workplace satire. So yeah, debuting that. Winterwei.com. So WINTRWEI.com. And I'm also on Instagram, WinterweiX. So that's me.
Hi, I'm John Clater. I'm at MCAF, and people can find me at booth A09. I'm showcasing Nowhere, my new graphic novel, a coming-of-age story about growing up in a town full of monsters. Online, you can find me on Instagram at John_Clater_art.
What's going on, everybody? This is John O'Dwyer coming at you from Montreal Comic Arts Festival. Today is the last day, Sunday, May 16th. I'm selling copies of my book here, Roland T. Roach, Strife and Death. It is a self-published comic by me, written and drawn by me, and it's a live-action animated film, but in a comic book. So it stars a cartoon character who's trying to navigate his place in the world. He's a cartoon cockroach, so he's not so desirous in the company of others, but he's also a cartoon character. So a little bit of a dichotomy there. Anybody wants to find my work, I'm at jonodoiron.com, JONODOIRON.com, or on Instagram, you can follow me at jonodoiron. Cool.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Beliveau, and I'm here with Conundrum Press and with my new book, Birth Story. Birth Story is about birth and working through postpartum depression and recovery in relation to working as an artist and seeking images in contemporary art and historical art about what that looks like. I have a website, elizabethbeliveau.com. They can also find me with Conundrum Press.
Hi, I'm Sweeney Boo. I'm a comic artist, cover artist, writer. I've worked on Harley Quinn with Teenie Howard on the Harley Quinn Girl in a Crisis run. Currently, I'm the author of Over My Dead Body and the new sequel, which is called Speak of the Devil. It came out in March. And I'm at the Montreal Comic Arts Festival showing my original art, selling prints and variant covers, and just meeting people, meeting fans, and having a good time. I'm everywhere on social media at Sweeney Boo, and yeah, pretty much a lot of Instagram mostly, but.
I'm Patrick Allaby. I'm here at MCAF in Montreal. I'm releasing my brand new book, Ontario and Back, which just came back from the printers last week. And yeah, I've got some other stuff too, but that's the big item. Well, I have a very unique name, Patrick Allaby. And so my website's patrickallaby.com. My Instagram is Patrick Allaby. I'm also on Blue Sky at Patrick Allaby.
Hello, I'm Derek Lothman, and I'm a comic creator here at MCAF. I have a lot of my French editions of RuneWorld and Wickerson and Bot 9 and my Crimson Fall series. So Montreal, kind of the perfect place for me to share my French editions. I also have The Wrath of Ironwood, which is a new series that I'm doing right now. And yeah, so I'm just kind of bringing all my books here and hoping people are enjoying them. They can find me at dereklothman.com.
I'm Ricky Lima, and I'm here at the Montreal Comic Arts Festival. John, I'm promoting all my books. I actually don't have anything new for the show, so I'm promoting Ricky Lima as a brand, and that's what I'm promoting there. All right, you can find me online on Instagram at King K Rule. That's it. I actually shut down my web store, so just Instagram. There you go.
Thanks to all the comic book and graphic novel creators for taking time to chat with me at MCAF. I encourage you to visit their various websites and social media to follow up their work. And thanks to all the event organizers and many, many volunteers who made the Montreal Comic Arts Festival so special. And thank you for tuning in to the True North Country Comics podcast. I invite you to visit the TrueNorthCountryComics.com website to listen to even more conversations with creators about making comic books and graphic novels. You can follow along True North Country Comics on most social media platforms, and feel free to send any and all feedback to John at TrueNorthCountryComics.com. Thanks for tuning in, and come back soon for another episode. Bye for now. True North Country Comics podcast is copyright True North Country Comics, copyright 2026.